Welcome back to the deep dive where we, really get into it with all the stuff that you're interested in.
That's right.
Today we're going to be talking about Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it's a great book.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, you've sent us a bunch of excerpts, and so we're just going to kind of dive right in.
Yeah.
So this one is, I think, a lot more than just kind of a beach read.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some meat to it,
right?
And it's set against this really interesting backdrop of Malibu.
Yeah, Malibu is like a character in the story.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, Jenkins Reid does a great job of using the transformation of Malibu, from this sleepy little fishing town to this, celebrity haven, and kind of mirroring that with the Riva family's own journey.
Yeah.
Which is tumultuous, to say the least.
And there's this constant threat of wildfires, too.
Yeah, that's always looming.
Yeah.
And that kind of reflects, I think, the simmering tensions and the, kind of explosive events that happen throughout.
Right. The course of the book.
So the Riva family, they're kind of like surfing royalty.
Yeah.
And their patriarch, Mick Riva.
Yeah.
He's this legendary figure.
Yeah, he casts a long shadow over the whole story. I mean, he's this famous singer,
right,
known for his charm, but also his infidelity.
Right.
And so his kids...
Yeah, he's got 4 of them.
Yeah, Nina J. Hud and Kit.
Right.
They're all kind of grappling with the weight of that family name and trying to figure out, who they are.
Their own identities.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Right.
So let's start with Nina, the eldest daughter.
Yeah.
And she is the responsible one. She kind of holds the family together.
Right. But she's also trapped, in this very high-profile marriage.
Right, to Brandon, the tennis player.
Yeah, Brandon, the tennis star, exactly. And it just seems like it's falling apart.
Right.
So, her story, I think, really gets at, the burdens of expectation.
Yeah.
She's always sacrificing what she wants for her family. And then you add in this marriage that's more about image than anything else.
Right.
You really see her struggling with wanting to break free.
Right. Yeah. And then there's Jay.
Yeah.
He's an incredibly talented surfer, but he has this secret heart condition.
It's like he's racing against time.
Yeah.
Trying to be great, while dealing with his own mortality.
Right.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah. So he's struggling with ambition and vulnerability.
Definitely.
Right.
He feels that pressure to live up to his family's legacy, but then he's got this thing,
right,
that's making him confront, how fragile life really is.
Yeah.
What choices he's going to make.
Right. And then we have Hud.
Oh, yeah. Hud's interesting.
He's the sensitive one.
Yeah, the photographer.
Right.
And he's in love with his brother's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which just adds, another layer to the whole family dynamic.
It's like a soap opera.
Yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah.
So Hud's story really gets at the whole loyalty versus desire thing. He loves his brother, but he also wants this woman.
Right.
Who's kind of off limits.
Right.
So he's dealing with this huge internal conflict.
Right. It's tough.
It is.
And then there's Kit.
Oh, yeah. Kit, the youngest.
The youngest, right.
She's watching all this unfold from this really unique perspective.
Yeah.
And so she's on her own journey.
Right.
Trying to figure out where she fits in this crazy family.
Yeah.
And in the world, you know?
So, and then there's this party.
Oh, yeah. The Riva party.
Yeah.
This legendary event.
At Nina's house.
Yeah.
In Malibu.
It's more than just a party, though, right?
Yeah.
It's like this catalyst for all the stuff that's going to happen.
Right. It's like a microcosm of their whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I mean, it's this big, shiny facade that's hiding all these secrets and resentments.
Yeah.
And then you've got people showing up that you don't expect, like Mick, their dad.
Yeah, their dad, who just waltzes in, no time has passed.
Right.
And he wants to make things right with his kids.
Yeah.
But they're not so sure.
Right.
It just throws everything into chaos.
Right. And then there's Casey.
Oh, yeah, Casey.
This mysterious woman.
She's looking for answers.
About her past.
Yeah, about her family.
Right, and she has this connection to the Rivas.
Yeah, and it slowly comes out over the course of the story.
Yeah, she just adds this whole other element of mystery to it all.
For sure.
All right.
I mean, the party's like this pressure cooker.
Yeah.
For
the characters.
Yeah, all their carefully constructed facades.
Right.
They start to crumble.
Right.
And then it all explodes in this really dramatic climax.
Yeah, right.
It's a turning point for everybody involved.
Right.
It's a reckoning.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. It's good stuff. So you've got this party going on, right? All this glamour and all this dysfunction, all these celebrities and surf icons, kind of orbiting around the Riva family.
Yeah, it's a wild scene.
Yeah, and each character is trying to navigate it, while dealing with their own baggage, and then you've got all these family secrets and simmering tensions, and you just know something's going to blow.
Right. Well, and Nina, she's trying to keep it together, but...
Yeah, but you can tell she's hurting.
Yeah.
Her marriage is falling apart, and then Brandon shows up.
Oh, yeah.
At the party. Like, he's trying to win her back.
But he cheated on her.
Yeah, publicly. It's just this whole other layer of tension.
Right.
In their relationship.
Yeah, and then there's Casey.
Oh, yeah, Casey.
She just kind of appears...
Yeah, out of nowhere.
With this air of mystery.
She wants to connect with the Rivas.
Right.
We know she's looking for her biological father.
Right.
But it's more than that. Like, she's drawn to them. Yeah. Like, she senses something. Like a truth that she can't quite put her finger on.
Yeah, and her interactions with them, especially Nina.
Oh, yeah.
It's like there's all these unspoken questions.
Yeah, a longing for belonging.
Right.
It's really interesting.
And then Mick shows up.
Oh, man.
Their dad.
Talk about throwing a wrench in the works.
Right.
He just waltzes in after all these years wanting to make things right.
But his kids aren't having it.
No, they're not.
Right.
He triggers so much in them.
Yeah. Years of abandonment.
Yeah, and resentment.
Right.
Like they're trying to reconcile the Mick they knew as kids with this guy who chose fame and freedom over family.
Right. You can just feel the tension when they confront him.
Oh, yeah. It's palpable, all that unspoken pain and disappointment.
Yeah, and it really brings to light
the
damage that he did.
Yeah, the cracks in their foundation.
Right.
That never really healed.
And the whole time you're wondering, can they forgive him?
Yeah. Is reconciliation even possible?
Right.
It's a big question.
And then there's this kind of side story with Jay.
Yeah. He meets this girl, Laura, at the party. And she's just so carefree.
Yeah.
And he's drawn to that.
Like, he needs that.
Yeah, he needs an escape.
Right, from everything.
Yeah, from his heart condition.
Yeah.
From the pressure of his family. It's like this little glimpse of joy amidst all the chaos.
But even then, he can't escape it.
Right. His illness is always there.
Right, looming over him.
A reminder of his mortality.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff.
It is.
And what about Kit?
Oh, yeah. Kit.
She's going through it, too.
She meets this musician.
Right.
But she's hesitant.
Yeah.
Like, she's not sure what she wants.
Right.
She's still trying to figure herself out.
Yeah.
So she's cautious.
Right.
Yeah,
and Jenkins Reid does this really interesting thing.
What's that?
Where she kind of juxtaposes these moments of connection and intimacy.
Yeah.
With all this family drama.
It's brilliant.
Right. It's like she's saying that even in the midst of all this chaos, life goes on.
Exactly. Love and loss and everything in between. It's all happening at the same time. The party's like a microcosm of life itself.
Yeah, it's a crucible.
Yeah.
For all the characters.
For sure, forcing them to confront the truth.
Right.
So to really understand what's happening in the present.
Yeah.
We go back to the past.
Right.
To Mick and June's love story.
Right.
How it all began.
Back when Malibu was this idyllic paradise.
Yeah, it's like a different world.
Right.
Mick is this young musician, and he's completely captivated by June.
Right.
Who embodies the spirit of Malibu.
Right. It's a whirlwind romance.
Oh, yeah, full of passion and ambition. But there are these hints of darkness.
Right.
Like foreshadowing what's to come.
Right, their marriage is so complicated.
It is full of these grand gestures, but also these deep betrayals.
On June.
She's so strong.
Yeah.
So devoted to her children. Yeah.
But she's struggling.
Right. With Mick's infidelity.
Yeah.
And her own demons.
Exactly. And so going back to the past, it gives us this context for what's happening in the present.
Right.
It shows how these family dynamics, they repeat themselves.
Right, like history is repeating itself.
Yeah, and it reminds us that even in this world of sunshine and celebrity, heartbreak is still a thing.
Right.
Disappointment still finds a way in.
Yeah.
So back to the party.
Yeah, things get really out of control.
The police show up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like a point of no return.
Right.
The family is imploding.
Yeah, and then the truth about Casey comes out.
Yeah.
It's this really tense moment.
Oh, yeah.
Between Casey and Mick.
With Nina caught in the middle.
Right. And it changes everything.
The party, which was supposed to be a celebration, becomes the stage for all these secrets to come out.
Yeah, it makes you rethink everything. Yeah, it does. You have to reconsider all your assumptions.
Right.
And just realize that life can throw you some curveballs.
Yeah. So the night is over.
Yeah, it's a night that's going to change the Riva family forever.
But the question is...
What's that?
Will they be torn apart?
Yeah.
Or will they find a way to rebuild...
That's the question that takes us into the final part of our deep dive. So can they find redemption? Can they move on while embracing the complexities of their past?
Right.
And choosing hope for their future?
So the party's over.
Yeah, the sun's coming up over Malibu.
Right.
Painting the sky, all these amazing colors.
Yeah, it's like a new day.
Yeah, but Nina's mansion.
It's a
mess.
Yeah, it's a total wreck.
A silent testament
to
what happened the night before.
All that chaos.
Yeah, it's a powerful image, you know?
Yeah.
All the debris and the disarray, it's like a reflection of the family itself.
Yeah, they're broken.
They are, and now they have to deal with the fallout.
Yeah, pick up the pieces.
Literally and figuratively.
And Nina.
Yeah.
She decides to leave Malibu.
She does.
Goes to Portugal.
Yeah.
It's like a turning point for her.
It is. She's finally putting herself first, saying no to all those expectations that have been weighing her down.
And Jay.
Yeah,
Jay finds his own kind of freedom.
Yeah, even though he's still dealing with his heart condition, he's accepting it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that allows him to live in the moment.
Right.
To let go of the anger and the resentment.
Right, and appreciate the little things.
Exactly, because he understands better than anyone.
Yeah.
That life is precious.
Right.
Our time is limited.
And Hudhead, he makes a decision too.
He does. He commits to Ashley.
Yeah.
And they're going to figure it out.
Right.
He's choosing love over what society expects.
And Kit.
Yeah, Kit, she's growing up.
Yeah, she's come a long way.
She rejects the musician.
Right.
And decides to just be friends with him.
Yeah.
It's like she's finally figuring out who she is. Yeah. What she wants.
And this whole thing with the fire.
Yeah.
It's such a powerful symbol.
Fire, it destroys, but it also renews.
Right. It's like the Riva family.
Exactly. They're going through this trial by fire.
Right.
And they're going to come out changed.
Yeah.
So Malibu Rising, it's a story about family fame and the power of the past.
Yeah, it really makes you think.
It does. Jenkins Reid is such a talented writer.
Yeah, she really gets you invested in these characters.
And the story stays with you long after you finish the book.
It does. So, what are some of the key takeaways for you?
I think the biggest one is that there's always hope, even when things are really tough.
Right.
You know, each of these characters, they find a way to heal, to grow, to move forward.
It's inspiring.
It is. It shows you that you can overcome anything.
Yeah, and that you should always be true to yourself.
Exactly.
So if you haven't read Malibu Rising yet,
yeah, definitely check it out.
We highly recommend it.
You can find a link to buy the book in the show notes.
And don't forget to subscribe to The Deep Dive
for more deep dives into all kinds of interesting stuff.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.